Hello, everybody. I'm here to do my check-in for day 10 of Chloe Ting's 2022 Weight Loss Challenge. I got my workout in today. It was so tough. She's really bringing the fire in week 2, let me tell you. But I made it through. And again, I'm pretty much working most of the time in terms of the the high intensity interval training at the high intensity level instead of the low intensity like I was doing the first week. And there's a lot of things that my body has been able to adapt to that I actually thought would take me a lot longer to adapt to. So I'm pretty impressed with my progress. I'm feeling really good about that. There's still a lot of stuff that's really challenging for me in some of the strength exercises, some of the more dynamic moves that, require a lot of balance and oppositional movement. It's pretty tough. The plank stuff I'm actually pretty down with, I have to say. I've been working with planks for a while, so it's funny, you hear a lot of people kind of bitch about that part of the challenge is all the planks, but it's an exercise that I'm pretty strong in. I can hold a plank for 5 minutes. So, not having too much trouble with that, but it's more like doing the balancing of the planks and then incorporating all of this like oppositional movement with it. And yeah, some of the stuff is just a little beyond my current fitness level, but I'm feeling inspired by it and I'm going to keep working with it. And I was thinking about it today and how I want to move forward. And I've really decided that I want Chloe Ting to be my guide for this getting in the best shape of my life by my 50th birthday. So I am actually going to do her challenges consecutively. She has quite a different variety of challenges to choose from. I'll do this weight loss challenge again, probably back to back after this one, because I noticed this week she added resistance bands and weights, and that's not something I have on hand right now. And it's an option. It's not something you have to add. You can totally get a killer workout just with your body weight alone. So I think that that's what I'm going to do for this first round of the weight loss challenge. I'm going to do the full 28 days just with body weight. I'm not going to add the resistance bands and I'm not going to add the weights. And then I'm going to add some periodization into my training. And after I complete this first round of 28 days of this challenge, then I'm going to take a week of active rest. And that'll look like, still getting my daily exercise, but I'll be focusing on more gentle, forms of exercise, just to let my body really repair. Periodizing your workouts like that and breaking up training periods with, like a week of active rest. Some people do too. I find I do better if I just stick with a week. It's better to keep it nice and condensed and not stretch it out too long. Otherwise, you can kind of get in a habit of taking it at that lower level and it gets really hard to build up your momentum again. But by taking that week of active rest to just, do more relaxing activities, maybe go on some walks, some daily walks, do some yoga, just freestyle dancing around your house, go roller skating, it's not about just like loafing around. I noticed that Chloe adds active rest days into her weekly training, and I'm so glad we have an active rest day tomorrow because I'm super sore. I am so sore. Can I say how sore I am? I'm so sore. I am so sore right now. It's at that place. It's like it hurts so good, right? Where it's like every time you go to stand up from sitting down, you're just like, oh. So I know I'm really working it, and I feel it. I mean, I see it every day when I do these, these check-in journals with you all. I'm like, wow. I even see it in my face. Everything is shifting, Um, but yeah, I'm really sore. And so I'm really looking forward to that active rest tomorrow. And I've decided that during this round of the challenge, my active rest days, I just do yoga. It's about yoga, maybe doing some physical therapy oriented exercise just to really keep my body um, feeling solid, and continuing on that track of getting stronger and improving in every way, every day. Um, but I'm going to take a week of active rest, after these 28 days of this challenge before I start another round of it. And I'll keep the activity light and, just extend that for a week. And what that does is it allows you to never hit a plateau, okay? Because sometimes if you just keep going and going and going and going and pushing your body super, super hard, nonstop, and you don't periodize your training cycles, you can end up actually sabotaging yourself because you build up too much cortisol in your system. Because, training like this, training with intensity, it's a stress, okay? It's a stress to your system. Even when your muscles grow, it's because they were stressed. They were stressed to the point of getting these micro tears in them, right? So, if you keep pushing and pushing and pushing and you don't respect your body's need to also have that rest, it can actually work against you. And then you'll find your body holds on to the fat stores. It doesn't release them willingly. So, breaking up these challenges with like a week of active rest is going to be my whole MO moving forward. It's going to allow me to really just integrate the challenge too. I like to have that time after I do something like this where I can sort of like absorb the experience and reflect on it and really kind of feel out what I got out of it, what I learned, and what I can bring to the next round, to even improve where I, was able to go the first time. So it's just that, again, that concept of progressive resistance, but giving myself that window, that breathing room to get like refocused and let my body do its repair work, let my body really get rested up so that I can dive into the next challenge with a lot of energy and ready to go get it. So that's going to be my plan. I'm going to finish out this 28-day challenge, doing it just all with body weight, and then take my week of active rest. And in the meantime, I'm going to get my hands on some resistance bands and some dumbbells. And I will do another 28-day round of the weight loss challenge, only I will add the weights and resistance bands, which right now feels like, oh my God, but I know that I'll be able to do it. Like, I know I will. I see just this steady improvement. So I know by the time I get there, it's going to be doable, and yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And after I do another round of the weight loss challenge, I'll take another, week of active rest. And I think from there, maybe I'll try one of the other challenges, Maybe by then it might be kind of fun to do like this summer shred challenge, or she has so many of them. She has the hourglass figure challenge, a bunch of them that are a lot of fun, that look like they'll be a lot of fun. Oh, and it is fun. I mean, it's strange, right? It sounds like kind of masochistic, but it is fun because, it's good to try new things. It's good to shake it up. It's good to challenge yourself. And I think you can see, like, I'm feeling really good. Like I feel really happy. I feel really positive, and it's everything to do with, this investment I'm making in myself. It's helping me on so many levels. I mean, exercise is just such a great outlet, for stress and just working your emotions out and just wringing it all out. I feel so much more relaxed. I feel so much more centered. It just feels really good. I feel a lot clearer. I'm sleeping better. There's just been so many improvements with that. The food, I want to talk about that because again, this morning I woke up like famished. As soon as I woke up, I was famished. So I'm definitely moving away from that 4 hour eating window. It's not happening today. It was an 8 hour eating window. Um, and I'm just thinking that's going to continue, that as I train and as I build muscle, my body is going to need more food. My appetite is going to kick up. And I think a lot of people kind of panic about that when they're like, oh my gosh, I'm so hungry. Like they're worried that it'll put weight on them. It's actually going to have the opposite effect. And the fact that my appetite is kicking in like this and I'm like getting hungry first thing in the morning, that is such an encouraging sign for me. It means I got enough agni. That's digestive fire. It means my metabolic processes are kicking in. And yeah, my body is burning through the fuel and it's ready for more. So it's like I've gotten a kickstart on my metabolism. And so I'm totally stoked about that. I'm like, yes, I'm getting hungry in the morning. And I do love breakfast food. It's just that I've never really cared for breakfast in the morning because I'm normally not hungry for it. So back when I was like forcing myself to eat when I wasn't hungry, it's like not enjoyable. Doesn't make my body feel good. But if I'm hungry and I eat, oh yeah, I'm down for it. So I had a really good breakfast this morning. I mean, I was really hungry, so I made myself up some veggie sausage and I did some scrambled eggs and I had some sprouted grain toast with some yummy butter on it. And yeah, I was just really satisfied and had really great food all day today. I'm really enjoying my food. I'm back in my, healthy flow. I'm not feeling tempted by anything. Um, some chips came into the house and I don't know. I'm just not tempted by them. I can have them if I want. I'm an intuitive eater, so if I decide I want to have some, I will. But it's kind of funny that the effect that exercise has when you're doing something like this is, how much effort you're putting in when you take something like this on. I mean, you saw my face in the last video. I'm working fucking hard, okay? And I don't know, it seems like why would I want to like disrupt that flow? Why would I want to do something that actually doesn't support where I'm trying to go? Where is my investment? My investment's getting in the best shape of my life, by the time I turn 50 on October 13th. So I don't know. I just feel like my head's really in the right place. I'm focused. It's not hard. I'm not feeling like I'm sacrificing anything. On the contrary, I feel like I'm gaining everything, like everything good. Like, why wouldn't I just continue with this, right? And I think kind of a good way for me to approach that because sometimes you do want a hot fudge sundae or, sometimes you do want some potato chips or whatever, but I recognize that these foods can also be kind of addictive. At least they can be for me. It's really easy to kind of like turn to stress eating or, just mindlessness when you're eating stuff like that. And, I try to pick high quality things when I do have something like that. I don't really like to go for processed stuff because, processed food, it does have a lot of chemicals and stuff in it that is actually designed to make us crave more. So it kind of works against your biology. So in general, if I'm getting chips, I'm getting really good quality chips. They don't have a bunch of, you know, dyes in them and additives and preservatives and ingredients you can't pronounce. I get some chips, but I don't need to have a lot of that. That doesn't need to be a regular part of my diet, especially because they're fried. And heart disease runs in my family, as I shared. And so I need to be mindful of things like that, damaged fats, and it's just something for me to be aware of. So I think also what I'll integrate into my active rest week that I take after I complete these 28 days will be if there has been a couple things that I felt like I really wanted, like some chips or, a piece of cake or something like that, maybe I'll go out and, let myself receive that. I'll go to a restaurant. I'll be waited on, and just enjoy a nice meal. Let myself have some of those treats. But I really want to keep it into balance. So, and I'm only going to do that if it's something that I've really been craving. I haven't been craving any of that. So I actually think I'm going to be okay. I really do. I don't know, you know? Likewise, if I was like seriously craving some chips, like hardcore, I probably would have a serving, even during the challenge. But I would really like to kind of like hold myself to like, let's see if we can choose, a healthier option, get through these 28 days. Like these 28 days, I sort of view them a little bit as like straightening by fire. It's like, let's really like align our intention. And yeah, I could have the chips, but why don't we just really stay focused right now? Because the chips will always be there. I can have those anytime, I don't know. It's an interesting thing. I'm navigating it and sort of feeling that out. I was having chips probably a few times a week, before I started this, and I wasn't like overeating them. I'd take like a handful or two, I'd put them in a bowl, and, I'd have chips with my sandwich or something. But, I know that it's not like something that really like it doesn't give anything back to my body. It's not a prana food, okay? And I kind of want to really focus on my prana foods, my foods that really taste good, but also deeply nourish me and leave me with that like happy tummy. And I feel so good after I enjoy them, I kind of want to let those foods be my focus, especially when I'm in challenge mode. It's like, a burger out, you know, a Sunday, during, my active rest week. I don't know. That feels a little bit more appropriate. It'll just keep my mind focused in the right way. So that feels right to me. We'll see how it goes. So far, I'm not having any problems with anything like that, though. I haven't had any sugar, like no sweets, no sugar for, gosh, it's been like a month now. So even before I started this challenge, that was already falling away, just because of the smoothies, getting the sweet taste from fruit. It really balances that out for me. So I've already kind of been on that track. The chips were the only thing that were kind of like hanging around. The chips and pizza, pizza night. And yeah, I didn't have any pizza when I came into the house the other day either. I didn't want it. It didn't appeal to me. So I'm feeling like I'm on a pretty solid track. I'm feeling really good, and I'm super excited to have my active rest day tomorrow. And I'm super excited that like I have a plan for going forward, that I've, figured out this periodization I'm going to be doing. So it's like, that always helps me to just like know like, okay, what is my focus? What am I going to be doing? And then it allows me to kind of like structure my day, because right now I have my daily morning dinacharya, and a dinacharya is it's like a daily practice of self-care. Okay, I like to have two dinacharyas. I like to have one for the morning, one for the evening, and this is an Ayurvedic concept. And I got my morning dinacharya dialed in right now. My morning dinacharya basically consists of, I get up right out the gate. I have 4 glasses of lemon water to get my hydration up, make sure I get enough water in for the day, because I struggle with getting enough water in. So that's something I've been doing now for about 2 months, and now it's just automatic. It's just an automatic habit. I get up, I drink those 4 glasses of lemon water, and then after that, depending on where I'm at lately, I immediately make breakfast because I've been hungry, and I have my black coffee with my breakfast. But if I wake up and I'm not hungry, I have my water, and then I'll make a bulletproof coffee, and I'll just add the healthy fat into the coffee. And it keeps me in that, fasted state. It doesn't break the fast. But the fat gives me a little bit of something that allows me to go and do my workout. Okay. And then I get in my workout sessions with Ting, whatever she has on deck for the day. And then when I'm done with that, I do a little bit of gua sha. I do my Wim Hof breath work, and then I go and I jump in the shower and I finish off with a cold rinse, which is a Wim Hof thing. So, and that feels like such a good, solid practice for me. Nighttime, I don't really have my dinacharya dialed in yet. And so I think that's the next thing I'm going to be focusing on, is how can I create a really relaxing wind down nighttime practice for me. I have been getting to bed really late for a long time now. Granted, I get up later in the morning. I usually wake up around anywhere between 10:30 and 11, but I go to bed at like 4 in the morning. Okay. And I really want to try to edge that back a little bit. It's interesting because my circadian rhythm and like going to bed at 4 in the morning, that's something that started like way back when, at the tail end of 2009, when I started to go through my divorce, and I don't know why it shifted then, but it just did. And it just never went back. And I think that I would really like to just get it, just push just a couple hours back. I mean, 4 in the morning is so like, I don't know. I'd rather be like going to bed at 2 in the morning and getting a couple extra hours of sleep, because I do enjoy getting a lot of sleep. And, 6.5 hours, I mean, it's sufficient, but I think I would do better on a little bit more if it was like closer to 8 or maybe even 9. I really like sleep. So, I mean, right now I make myself get up at like 10:30 or 11, because I'm like, I can't just stay in bed, all day when the sun's out. There's too much, I got work to do. So that's going to be my next thing, that I'm going to focus on, moving into week 3, once I get this week out of the way, is how can I create a really solid, evening practice? And then I think I'm going to have my self-care pretty well dialed in, between doing this challenge and I got the accountability piece by coming in and dropping in with a vlog every day. Yeah, it all feels really good to me. So I got my plan. I'm set. And thank you to those of you who have been commenting and, offering up some likes, on the videos, and taking time out of your day to tune in and hear what my experience has been. That really means a lot to me. And I just want to say I appreciate you. Thank you for being part of my journey, and for being here, for coming on to Broad Coven and showing your support. really means a lot to me. Um, I have a big vision with Broad Coven and what I hope it will support going forward. And I'll share a little bit more about that another time. But just know that you being here and you telling your friends about the channel or sharing the videos or giving a like or dropping a comment, like it all means so much. It means a lot to me personally because it just makes me feel supported. And I really appreciate that, but it also helps the channel build and grow, and it ensures that YouTube makes my content visible to people. So thank you so much. It really means a lot to me. And thank you for following me along on this part of my personal journey. And I appreciate you. Okay. I'll see you all tomorrow and I'll let you know how my active rest day went. Take care.